Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to answer a question I got from one of you viewers about widebands. So in a previous video I made mention to choosing a location where we wanted to put the widebands in a set of headers on a car we had in the shop. I will link that up here somewhere. I'm not sure how the whole linking a video works. I'll try to make that happen. If it works, it works. If it works, it'll be up here. Don't know. The whole video editing thing's still a little new to me. So, what is a wideband? A wideband O2 sensor measures the amount of oxygen versus the amount of fuel in your exhaust system. So, say you've got 15 parts oxygen to 1 part fuel. That's going to be a 15-to-1 air-fuel ratio. Air, oxygen, fuel. So, the wideband, the reason it gets called a wide band is because it's got a broad range that it can actually measure air-fuel ratios. It goes down to around 5-to-1, all the way up to 22-to-1. So the widebands came standard on all the 2011 plus Mustangs. So bravo Ford for actually putting some stuff in there so you can see usable data. Then the other version of these are called narrow band O2 sensors, and that's more your 2010 and prior years. It's called a narrow band because it's got a very small range that it can measure in. The OEs set them up to measure right around 14.5-to-1 to 15-to-1 because most of the time the OE is just concerned about idle, drivability, that type of stuff, and emissions. So it's got a very small window of where they want it to read and be able to adjust. So narrow band. Then on the internal part of your wideband, there's a heating element inside here that heats up a piece of pretty short ceramic. Heats it up to around 12 to 1400 degrees. So very, very hot. Then the placement comes into play. Let's go over here to the whiteboard. Because of the placement comes into play because of all the different contaminants and stuff that you could have in your exhaust. Condensation. E85 cars are very big on condensation. They build up a lot of condensation. Then you've got oil vapors, or if the engine's burning a bunch of oil, enough to get liquid down through there. Coolant, if you're burning some coolant, it's going to have those vapors in there as well. So over here we'll call this our exhaust pipe. Obviously not to scale unless you're a diesel guy, then let's see. That might be about right for a diesel guy. So all your O2, all your wideband manufacturers are going to suggest you mount it in your exhaust pipe, this 9 to 3 o'clock range. Why do they suggest that? If you see right in there, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that or not. There's little bitty holes all around through there. So if you get a bunch of condensation built up inside here, liquid of some sort, and say you've got your O2 down here, all that condensation, everything's going to come on down through here, run down the holes, get inside the sensor, and as soon as the colder liquid hits that ceramic, it's going to crack. So now you've got a dead wideband. Your tuner's going to say, hey, we're done for the day, you need to get a wideband. So now you've wasted money, wasted time. Then you got to wait another day before you can go to the track probably, or find a wideband for it. So you keep it mounted in this 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock range. It's going to keep that up, and your condensation, vapor, and all that is less likely to travel up into the sensor. So keep it mounted in that 9 to 3 o'clock range. You should be good. Then there are some stuff about the distance and everything away from that, collector placement. That's all probably another video. But hopefully this answered a few of your questions on a wideband, how it works, how you should mount it. And I really appreciate the question. So thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today, guys. If you have a question of your own you'd like answered or me to look into, shoot a video on, just leave it down in the comments below, or go to the Facebook page and message me on there, as this one did. We'll do our best to get that video shot, taken care of, or at least get you an answer before we shoot the video if it's something that's a little more critical, need an answer a little faster. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, share this around, all that good stuff. Catch you on the next one.